chapter 84. But when I watch what King David gonna say, Psalms 84 and 10, it says, for a day in thy courts is better than 1,000. So King David said 1 day is better than 1,000. 1 day in the kingdom is better than 1,000 of our best days here, man. Right? It ain't even go compare. It says, for the day in thy courts is better than 1,000. I had rather be a doorkeeper in the house of the Most High than to dwell in the tents of the wicked. So King David said, I'll be average in the kingdom. It's better than being here.
Exactly.
The same thing for us. Man, look, we got, again, the Lord got everything set up for the nation of Israel to rule. It was written like that. It wasn't written that we was going to be in captivity forever. You know? It was going to be in Babylon the Great forever. You know? On the bottom going through these curses. No, it's written at the end of the story that we're going to be saved out of this situation and be blessed abundantly, man, forever. Think about that. We going to be perfect people. We going to know everything. How is it? That's to tell you how cold. Can a brother get 2 Ezra 5 and verse 40? Bible Kashah? How is it? We get that Romans, huh?
Yeah, we'll rule forever.
Rule forever. He never get sick.
Never tired.
Never have a doubt, a worry. You know, you tell your children go out and play, and he don't come back in 2 hours. You ain't old shit calling people like Mary and Joseph was with your house side.
Yeah.
You know,
looking for you. Where you been?
They went got on your house side. Hey, but the point is that what this world got to offer us, man, it don't compare with the Lord got planned for us. And it's set, it's written, it can't change. But what I was saying is, think about how cold the Most High is. We gonna have new bodies. We gonna be perfect, never die again, and we gonna know everything. But how is it that He's still gonna have us in awe every day, forever? We gonna be perfect knowing everything, but we gonna find new stuff, learn new stuff every day, forever. How? Come on, man. Come on.
You ain't looking forward to that? Because you know why people that don't know that would have a problem or would have a doubt, because they've been indoctrinated into that Christian, that bullshit they teach, that all we're going to do is walk around heaven all day and sing. Say, hey, man, look, I don't care where you put me. If all I had to do was walk around all day, I'd get tired of that. Like, hey, man, we got to do something else.
Right, this is why I wanted to be there.
Yeah, we did all that to just float around on this cloud. No, man, that just shows you how stupid that doctrine is, man. Because it don't give you nothing forward to look forward to, man. Absolutely nothing. You know, you sit there, well, I die and go to heaven, walk around all day, have a streets of gold in a mansion, and just sit there like, that's it. That ain't nothing to look forward to, man. But that's because y'all don't read these scriptures, man.
We gonna live, man. We talking about living. Ain't gonna be a fellowship. You know how now brothers get together, have a good time,
right.
And eventually you gonna hear that brother. All right, Akim, I gotta work tomorrow. You know, or brother can't even be there because he was at work or got something to do. In the kingdom, we gonna chill.
Yeah, I couldn't make it, bro. He was sick. He was under the weather. You know, brother be like, yeah, he couldn't come, bro. He ain't feeling good, bro. We gonna send up a prayer for the brother so and so who ain't here because he ain't feeling good.
Oh, he got car troubles.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
How was I gonna tell us, hey, so and so can't make his cherry?
Yeah, his charity's in the shop.
His cherry.
None of that.
His transmission and his cherry.
Yeah.
So I said, Mike gonna go fix it.
Yeah,
But let's get that real quick in 2 Ezra 5. Because Ezra is asking all these questions. You know, Lord, if we your chosen people, why we in captivity? If you promised all these things to Jacob, why we ain't getting it? And he was asking all these things about the Most High. And when you read this in this context, Uriel, the angel, said, look, you want to know the things of the heaven. You want to know about the Most High. Well, look, I'm going to ask you some things. And if you could give me the answer, Ezra, I'll tell you everything about the Most High you want to know. So some of the things that Ezra, matter of fact, we can start up a little bit.
Hey, the sound is good. I just, yeah, the wind ain't really
Let's see. Let's start.
Man, if that don't get you excited, I don't know what else would, man. You you know, everything that the brother says. Rulership forever, never get sick, never get tired, never grow old, never get bored. Because you thinking about eternity, every day it never ends. The carnal mind is going to say, well, damn, at some point we done done everything. It's going to get old, you know. What are we going to start over? But no, it'll never get bored. It'll never get old because, like the brother said, it'll always be something new every day forever. I can't even fathom nothing like that. I can't wrap my mind around that. Every day something new, like, but I know it all. But I'm still learning something new every day. I'm just as excited for the next day as I was for the day that I'm living in right now. That's how it's gonna be forever. You know? And if that ain't worth fighting for after the crown and being in rulership and being who we are, then damn, I mean, what do you want? You know? The best of the best forever.
Can't wrap your mind around.
That's inexplicable, man. You know?
You have to want for nothing, ask for nothing. The Lord said, before we ask, He's gonna have it. Just your thought, you know now Esau, when you say, man, you talking about an air fryer. Man, you know I go on an air fryer, you get on your phone, they got to ask for air fryers. Because they pushing it on you so you can look at it.
That just happened to me today or yesterday.
See? Yeah. You could get your testimony, huh? Yep. But the point is, just like that, you may be talking about something, asking for something Esau giving. How much more the Most High? We're going to be talking, man, I wish I had, you know, this in the kingdom. You turn around, it's right there. The Lord will have it for us.
It's about air conditioning. And then I got a text message with a $100 discount if I spent over $1,000. That was just yesterday. I still got it.
See?
And I was talking to him about it with a coworker.
That tells you one whole thing. You think Esau ain't monitoring you?
Listen.
That has never happened.
He can tell you how you snore at night.
Exactly.
What I hate about Esau though is in his kingdom, he get to rule over the kingdom, or rule over the Israelites. He get to you know, rule over the earth. And he tried to come up with this new world order, but then in our kingdom, we supposed to be floating around on clouds.
Right.
We ain't supposed to have no.
Yeah, he's supposed to live. He lives lavishly, but we going to heaven just to hang out.
Yeah.
Just to, damn, this was it, huh?
See,
They might have raised a little hill while I was on earth in the flesh.
That's crazy. But so check it out. So Ezra, and again, when we read, just because it's broken up into chapters, don't mean that's where our conversation ended and started. No, he had ongoing conversations that overlapped in the other chapters. Now the point I want to get to is in 2 Ezra 5, when, and it's a quick point, but I want to build up to it because the angel gonna tell him, look, everything you asked for, the Lord already got y'all. But now let's go to chapter 4 first, because Ezra was asking all kind of deep questions, trying to find out the mind of the Lord. So Uriel said, let's just read it out.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 4 and verse 1. And the angel that was sent unto me, whose name was Uriel, gave me an answer. And he said, thy heart hath gone too far in this world, and thinkest thou to comprehend the way of the Most High?
And check out, watch Ezra's reply, because Uriel said, man, you've been in this world too long. Your mind in this world. You think you can understand the Most High? What Ezra said?
Okay. Then said I, yeah, my Lord.
Yeah. He said, yeah, like he can comprehend the mind of the Most High. So Uriel can say, all right, since you think you can comprehend, I'm asking some questions. Let's see if you can get it.
Then said I, yeah, my Lord. And he answered me and said, I am sent to show thee 3 ways and to set forth 3 similitudes before thee. Therefore, if thou canst declare me one, I will show thee all the way that thou desirest to see, and I shall show thee from whence the wicked heart cometh.
So you got one of these right out of 3. I'll let you know what you need, what you want to know.
Verse 5. And I said, tell me, my Lord. Then said he unto me, go thy way, weigh me the weight of fire.
So he said, weigh me, tell me how much fire weight. Tell me how much fire weight. That's the first one. Tell me how much fire weight. You got it.
Or measure me the blast of the wind.
The blast of the wind. Measure that. Show me the length of it. Let me know the dimensions of wind.
or call me again the day that is past.
Tell me about the past lives. Tell me about that. Right? So see, he asking the far off stuff. But again, the point I want to get to, remember these far off things, the judgments of the Most High, right? We can't understand them. It's far out. You got it, right?
Verse 6, then answered I and said, what man is able to do that thou shouldest ask such things of me? And
right. You can keep going now.
And he said unto me, if I should ask thee how deep dwellings are in the midst of the sea, or how great springs are at the entrance of the deep, or how many currents are above the firmament, or what manner of exits has paradise?
You keep going.
And
if brother, y'all want to speak on it, y'all know.
Said, peradventure, thou wouldest say unto me, I never went down into the deep, nor as yet into hell. Neither did I ever climb up into heaven.
So the angel said, look, because Ezra's like, who on earth can ask you these things? So Uriel said, you act like I asked you to go up into heaven. You act, I ask you things that's in heaven. You act like I ask you things down there, in the depth of the sea where Leviathan. I ain't asked you that, Ezra. Right. Let's read on.
God. That's it. Nevertheless, this is verse 9. 2nd Ezra chapter 4 and verse 9. Nevertheless,
and we're going to tie all this back. We're going to tie all this back to just imagine the kingdom. If Ezra's just these simple questions, if he can't fathom that or understand the Most High judgments, we're going to jump to the 5th chapter and we're going to see the Most High response to that. Because where all this came from, Ezra said, Lord, why are we in this situation that we your chosen people? That's what it's going to lead to. You got it, right?
And not to mention, if Ezra's, how much more so Jake today? We can touch on that too, because I got a precept for that. Because if Ezra struggled with that, how much more is Jake struggling with what we bring out and bring out and break down whenever we do videos or whenever we speak?
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 4 and verse 9. Nevertheless, now have I asked thee but only the fire and wind, and of the day where through thou hast passed, and canst thou give me no answer of them? He said, moreover unto me thine own things, and such are grown up with thee, canst thou not know?
So he said again, he said, Ezra, I ain't asked you about things going on in heaven. I ain't asked you about things going on earth. I asked you about things, under the water. He said, I asked you about things on earth, things that you've been around and been seeing since you was a child.
Right.
So how you can't even tell me about these things that you've been seeing since you've been alive this whole time? Right? You got it out.
But see, that's typical Jake. Because Jake want to ask all these questions about heaven and the kingdom and all of that, and they don't even understand earthly things, bro.
Right.
Go ahead, you got it.
You got it. We can read this next verse and we can jump to 5.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 4 and verse 11. How should a human being then be able to comprehend the way of the highest, and from the manifest corruption of the world understand the corruption that is evident in my sight?
5 and 38, 2nd Ezra 5 and 38. So we see a couple questions. Shalom, man. Now what we going into is Shalom, man. To catch our brothers up, what we speaking on is just imagine what we gonna receive and how we gonna live in the kingdom. And it's what Apostle Paul said, it's unlawful for him to speak of what he's seen. In other words, it's not that he was sinning, that he was speaking what he's seen. He couldn't put it into words. But the point is, what he couldn't put into words, that's going to be our everyday reality in the kingdom. Right. We're going to be living that, But what we're going into right here, Ezra kept asking, Lord, if we your chosen people, why are we in this condition? And he kept asking questions. So Uriel said, look, I'm going to give you 3 similitudes. Answer one, and I'll tell you what you need to know. So Uriel asked him, he said, wait, tell me how much fire weighs. Give me the dimensions and the measurements of wind. Tell me the days that passed. Ezra said, I can't, right? You got it, and whatever y'all got. Because getting to the point, the Most High said, just as you can't figure out my mind, it's something else you can't figure out. And that's what we got coming to us. Nobody can figure out these blessings that the nation of Israel got coming. Just as the scripture says in Daniel 9, that no other nation have been through what we've been through? That's true. And just as that, no other nation gonna receive what we about to receive.
Right.
You know, 2 Ezra 7 said, how can you receive this inheritance if you don't go through that fiery pound? No other nation been through this route we gotta go through so they can't get these blessings, man.
No matter how hard you want to be grafted in, you think, well, hey, look, if I can be grafted in through the Spirit. No.
I can,
Oh,
I just want to say, yeah,
yeah, this ain't no, well, I accept what y'all saying, so I'm going to get salvation too. No, it don't work like that. We had talked about that once before. That's Esau in a nutshell. You want everything we got coming to us, but you ain't never want to go through what we went through.
right.
Nor could you have gone through what we went through. You wouldn't have survived. Too damn weak. But go ahead,
Anyway, that's what they said at birth. One will be stronger than the other.
Exactly.
If we just scathed through by the help of the Lord, being a stronger child, Esau wouldn't have made it at all. Well, you know what shows he wouldn't have made it? Luke 16. He gonna be begging in the kingdom. Man, please make this affliction light. Tell him it's gonna be too much for him. Way too much, but you got it. So
I couldn't even handle being hungry, bro. Motherfucker, you wasn't starving.
Right.
You know damn good and well Isaac and Rebecca had food. Isaac had wealth.
Hey.
And they ain't had no food. You ain't had no food at your house. No food. You literally starving.
That's it.
Man, get out of here.
So he had no friends, no cousins,
No nothing.
no family, no servants. They had nothing.
No patience. You couldn't wait a few minutes for Jacob to finish cooking the pottage. None of that. And you gonna talk about you think you could endure what we went through? Woo. Man, get the hell out of here.
Man, it's like today, you see today, like when you were younger or whatever, you go look at the refrigerator, you got a fridge with all stock, and be like, man, I ain't got nothing to eat.
Yeah.
Let me go out to eat.
Man, I don't want none of
Hey,
this
we're
shit.
just talking about that, me and you. You got food,
That's
but you
all
go
they
and buy
got.
shit. You know?
I didn't come home from football practice, walk in the house and look at my mama. Oh man, nobody want this.
Right.
You know, ain't satisfied, bro. But you mean to tell me what nut you could have ate? Okay.
And it ain't just that, because we do it as far as I don't want a sandwich. I want to go get a burger, whatever, right? Chicken wings. Esau said, I ain't gonna wait. Let me give up the birthright. He gave up, bro, everything. We talking about we'll skip over one meal because we want something else.
Right.
This man gave that up for his whole future, not just for him, his whole nation. He blew everything. You know, in Romans 9:4 we read, this pertaining unto Israel, the blessings to come.
Right.
That's supposed to be unto Esau. Not supposed to be.
Right.
Because it was before it was written, it was ours anyway. But for the sake of the story, to make it interesting. You know, that was supposed to be Esau. The laws, Yahweh was supposed to come for the Edomites. But the point is, the Most High had it play out to where he was impatient. He gave up the kingdom of heaven, man. New bodies.
To show you what kind of rat bastard Esau is, even when you watch the story as a kid, cartoon or whatever type of animation that it was, they tried to make it like Jacob was a thief. He slipped Esau. Man, Jacob, you should feel bad about doing what you did to your brother Esau. Yeah, you're right, I should. But they ain't never said, why don't you give him the birthright back? Because they knew it didn't operate that way. You know, you gave it up, man. Now you're going to deal with it forever. You'll never get it back forever. It's ours. So deal with it. Go ahead.
And Jake, do not feel bad. I know you were saying watch the movie, but don't feel bad that you got the birthright. Man, the scripture says, what advantage have us as Israelites? We got the words of the Most High. Baruch 4, it says the things that are pleasing unto the Most High and all these, the blessing that was given unto us, man. Don't feel, and it said, and give it not to another nation was profitable for us. Esau did that very thing. Now look at them. They asked out. But let's finish this though, bro. And get that Romans 8. We've been holding it.
Come on.
2 Ezra chapter 5 and verse 38. And I said, O Lord that bearest rule, who may know these things, but he that hath not his dwelling with men.
Right. Nobody can give you these answers but the Most High. And again, Uriel asked him these things for a reason. We're about to get to it. It's just a couple words. That's it. We read all this just to get to these couple words. You got it.
Verse 39. As for me, I am unwise. How may I then speak of these things? Therefore, thou askest me.
And this is the point. Ezra said, I can't give you the answer. So this the point right here.
Then said he unto me, like as thou canst do none of these things that I have spoken.
So you can't give me no answers of the things I asked you. You can't do that.
Even so canst thou not find out my judgment.
And you ain't gonna understand why I got Israel going through what they're going through. You ain't gonna understand my judgment. But what else? None of us gonna understand.
Or in the end, the love that I have promised unto my people.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. You gotta start at 38, just read down. Not. That's what we talking about. We can't understand it. I got chill bone, you know? We can't understand the mind of the Most High, the questions he asks. Hey, how much fire weight? You don't know. Daniela, you feel like, you know, a little breeze, the wind has been going. What's the height and what's the width of that wind? Can't, Yaquan, who you was in your past life? What? You don't know. We don't know. Hey, I bet you typing it on Google, Esau got an answer. If you say, how much fire weight, Esau gonna take this?
Like when they put the pictures of, this was you in your past life in the Wild West thing. Because you resemble somebody from the Wild West. Man, get the hell out of here.
Come on, man. So just as y'all like, man, I can't tell you that. So if I was to ask you, hey, man, what you think the kingdom gonna be like? You should do the same thing. I can't even tell you. That's why it's unlawful for Apostle Paul to speak. Because in other words, he'll just be rambling because you can't put it into words. What you couldn't put into words, we gonna be on earth living that, man. I'm telling you, the Lord about to bless us for all we've been through. This the best gift. This gonna seem light. Well, let's shit. We can get that Romans 8. This gonna seem light.
Hey, because that's like the angel speaking, Uriel speaking to Ezra was like the Most High speaking to Nicodemus. I get that real quick. I'll just bring that out. This is John 3, and I get to the point where I just started verse 9 and said, Nicodemus answered and said unto him, how can these things be? Yahushua answered and said unto him, art thou a master of Israel, and knowest not these things? So see, no matter how much you know, you ain't going to know this, man. It says, verily, verily, I say unto thee, we speak that what we do know, and testify that we have seen, and yet you receive not our witness. If I have told you earthly things, and you believe not, how shall you believe if I tell you of heavenly things? You ain't ready for that, man. You can't even receive, bro. The average person passing by these GMS camps, when they hear a word coming out, they can't even understand or grasp what we talking about on this earthly side, bro. Yahushua is going to come back. There's going to be chariots that y'all call UFOs. You know, people are going to be put to mass death. America's going to be destroyed in less than an hour. You can't even receive that. That's going to physically play out in front of your eyes.
Right.
You don't believe that, so how the hell are we going to expect you to believe something heavenly? You just ain't ready for that. Like, what's the way to fire? There's no answer that you can give that you're going to be right, even if you guess. You know? So, I mean, you're not going to get that, man. Because we don't get it either. I don't know what's all this shit, the way to fire. I took a step back like, damn, okay. Shit, you know? But you got it. I just wanted to bring that out, bro.
That's it. See, whatever y'all put it, guys, you know?
1 Corinthians 13, verse 9, for we know in part, and we prophesy in part. Just going into just us ourselves, man. You know, the scripture goes into an Amos that the Most High revealed his secrets unto the servants of prophets. But that's just going into the prophecies that are to come. But within the kingdom, even when Yahushua comes, how it says, in a moment, in a twinkling of an eye, we shall raise up, and we're going to be changed just like that. We don't even know, we can't even comprehend the new bodies. We don't even know how that even feels, man. In these bodies, we're constantly suffering. You know, we're constantly having shit. The new body, shit, let's just say, I don't want to breathe. We ain't going to die.
Right.
So we don't even know that. We don't even know how that feels. But you see, in that time, we're going to know these things. But in these moments, all we can do is prophesy what we do have. But there's going to come a time when there's going to be things that we can't have answers to now. But we're gonna have those, man. You gotta.
Yeah, just like being transformed in the twinkling of an eye. Right. Explain that. You know what kind of power you have to do something like that? To transform somebody from the flesh to the spirit, just like that, from the celestial is what we go into from the terrestrial. So like, explain how that happens in the twinkling of an eye. Not a process drawn out in a lab where you're trying to do this, but just like bam, just like that.
You know, video games, you like 2K, you create a player, but you got to choose the shoes, the clothes, the shirt, the jersey, what number you want to be, the height. What the brother saying, it ain't going to be a process. You got to be born and, you know, a baby first and swallowing the clothes. No, but brothers really going to go for being grown men, grown women, children, getting beamed up from concrete, changing a new body. You got clothes on already, your new fit. You already your height, you already got your look, you ain't gotta grow your beard, it's there already. We going straight into it. It's already 2 Corinthians 5 said it is already made. Right. Our spirit just gotta go in there, and that's in that process, man. You know?
No, you got
that Romans 8 and 18. No. Okay. This is Romans chapter 8 and verse 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed to us. So basically what the Lord is saying is, hey, this suffering, this light affliction that we're going through right now is nothing compared to what the Most High has planned for us. I mean, like we've been talking about, we can't even fathom, what the Most High is going to do, for us in that day.
Or what a mansion's going to look like, or streets paved and go. I ain't never seen nothing like that.
And it ain't going to be this matches of this world.
Yeah,
with the fence, you ain't gonna have no HOA fees.
Right.
Little dumbass shit. They giving you
ain't gonna be no damn lawn jogging, none of that shit, bro.
You
want that, go to River Oaks.
Right, you gotta put certain colors, you gotta be the same color. The neighborhoods nowadays, every house look the same.
Right.
Even mansions today, brick and mortar. Well, the scriptures say that. Oh, in Isaiah 60, that West Wood in our kingdom in this kingdom go be brass or iron. So everything will be upgraded. What they got is, a plaster, sheetrock. Man, that shit probably be gold, diamonds. That's base shit, but the point is, it's inside walls.
Right. Particle board in the bathroom, under the sink, rotten out.
Come on, man. The law about that.
Cause that shit ain't no mansion, man. That's Esau's version of a mansion. That's not a mansion.
That's a big house.
That's just a big goddamn dwelling. Yeah, a big house that's just hollow, and the first strong wind comes, that shit's going down to the ground, bro. You don't never see none of these mansions around here when a hurricane hit and hit one of them that they standing unscathed. Well, I live in a mansion, so I understand the rest of the neighborhood was destroyed, but my mansion was, it's unscathed, I'm good. Never.
Straight up, antimatter and vibranium. Yeah. This is verse 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High.
Right. So really, the world waiting on this, man, for us to rule. Because in us ruling, in us getting our blessing, coming into our blessing, in truth, that's gonna bless the world, man. Now, just because we say that's gonna bless the world, do that mean that these other nations gonna be in new bodies? Do that mean they gonna be, keeping the law perfect, never die? No, that don't mean that. Just because the Lord show you love, show you mercy, don't mean you can come into the covenants of Israel. That don't mean that. But Proverbs 29:2 said, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So even us ruling, the world gonna love that. Now, directly or indirectly, everybody waiting on that. Directly, we waiting on it. We waiting on the sons of Yahweh to rule.
Salakia. Everybody except Esau.
Right.
Yeah, because this is going to be different for you, Jack.
Yep.
You're not going to enjoy nothing about the kingdom, bro. Nothing. You're not going to, hey, man, this is what it's like to live in righteousness under righteous rulership. You're not going to get that, bro.
It's contrary to his spirit. It's going to be right. Just like we pissed off in this kingdom, like, man, this that wicked shit, man. Them rainbow flag supporters in our kingdom, we like, man, they ain't eating pork, man. He going to be mad. pissed off. Shalom, man. Y'all about to shut up.
Right. Damn, I can't get no goddamn sushi.
Then the roles gonna switch. The roles gonna switch. You know how I say he had departed from evil?
Yeah.
See, straight up, man. You know? But, right, but indirectly, we directly waiting on it, or indirectly. When people say, you know, complain, these heathens complain. When people complain, want the world to get better. In other words, they really want us to rule, but they don't know that though. Because that's the solution.
Right.
They spirit know it. They spirit, because when people say Jesus take the world, I can't wait till Jesus come back. Right, that's indirectly saying I need the Israelites to rule.
Exactly.
You know.
I got a precept. I think you called earlier. 1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 9. But it is written, I have not seen nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which the Most High have prepared for them that love him. That's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
You know, we can't fathom what it is that the Most High has got prepared for us. We have no idea. We just know it's going to be wonderful because, you know, that's the promise. That's the patience and the faith of the saints.
Yeah, that's like whenever a brother say that, bro, we never get tired. We all standing here right now, man. Everybody, brother out here probably tell you that I'm tired as hell right now. Everything is hurting, bro. Headache. And not to mention all these fucking unrighteous decrees that Esau got us living under. Shit, you can't get there. You can't even break even in this wicked ass kingdom, man. Let alone get ahead. Which way he's supposed to, but still, there's no opportunity for it anyway.
I got an email from the city. They said they're going to start taxing my electricity.
What kind of shit is that, man?
Another revenue stream for Esau. I mean, literally, they said, okay, we're going to start taxing the electricity that you use. That's why we need destruction to come, man.
I think it was Richard Pryor cracked a joke like that a long time ago. Goddamn, man, shit, these motherfuckers who took everything else, you know, they gonna be charging for air one day. Literally, they already know. You may have been playing and making a joke, but Esau was like, yeah, shit, we already on top of that, homeboy. Shit. Because if you would have told me back when I was a kid, we gonna be buying water, bruh, we saw water in the store, we thought that was just for rich white folks that you was cooking and chefs and shit like that. You know, not to stock your house to drink. We had a fucking well. You go out and prime the well and pump it, ice cold water, you can taste the minerals in that water, bro. Now the well's all dried up. You can't even get water out the water table because it's contaminated, it's poison. You can't even drink that no more. Go drink out the hose and you rolling the dice on your life, man.
Yeah,
You know?
This is just an article out about all the water being contaminated here in the States. Yeah, I got a quick precept.
Bring it out.
Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. And like the brother was going into about the water situation, they cut off the water and we got to pay for water. Yeah, they do charge for that. They got like little air in the cans that you can buy. Yeah, it's all kind of, it's all kind of wickedness that Esau Edom, which is the self-proclaimed white man, mainly did the elites that they've been pushing out.
You selling me tanks of oxygen so I can breathe.
See, even with the air conditioning, because the way the houses are built, like in the ancient world, if you look at the houses in the east, like they have their houses built to where it cools in cool air.
Right.
Like they don't need AC. Like you talk to somebody from Pakistan or whatever countries, they don't have AC over there. The house is just built like that.
Right. That's why it's like, I was gonna say that's why, if you can remember, the old folks would sit on the porch in the evening because they knew at some point in the evening a breeze was gonna start coming in, and they put all the windows of the house up. that cool breeze blow in, so when the sun go down, air conditioning is kind of optional at that point. You know, but this rat bastard at some point will probably, hey, look, nobody can put their windows up on their houses anymore. You want to cool your house, you got to get a unit.
Oh, shit. Yeah, they about to get worse. The carbon footprint.
I was about to say that to you.
Yeah, they about to tell you how much you can eat a day,
Oh, yeah.
how much food you can eat, how much you can walk. Because if you're walking, you're using too much energy. You can't move around like that. That's the times we coming in. So he really about to put a strain on human. You know how people say God-given abilities that you got as a person. You know, walk, talk, breathe. Esau trying to put a clamp on everything, man. That's why we got to get out of here, though. Man, speaking of aliens, he trying to put laws on Mars right now. It's like, damn, bro. You ain't even really up there yet.
Yeah.
I think it's called like space rights or rights to the something, you know, but nevertheless, he trying. He trying. If everybody ain't got something, I got something. Real quick, and y'all speak on the two of y'all. Which I'm in, but the point is, that's why we should be wanting destruction to come. Because if it don't, guess what? We'll never get to that time when the Lord said, you can't understand what I got for y'all. What I got promised for my people in the end. We lived our life here. It's time for this shit to go, but real quick, Shalom, man. This second Esdras, chapter 4, and verse 26, it says, Then answered he me and said, The more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel, for the world hasteth fast to pass away. And that's the time we in now. It was said that Esau, the time he was going to be ruling, and that's the time the world's going to pass away fast. And it goes on to say, and cannot comprehend. See? That's a spirit, because I ain't even know it's going to have this right here. Because it says, and cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in the time to come. That's a spirit we talking about that. Right? And it says, for this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities. But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, it says, then cannot it come that which is sown with good. So if this place don't get destroyed, if America and missiles don't fly, if Jacob Trouble don't pop off, if the economy don't crash, if you don't be a pilgrim in the earth, if you don't have to endure famine, we can never get to the kingdom of heaven. Apostle Paul said we must go through these things. He said just slight tribulation. He said much tribulation. So there's no way we can escape these things, man. You know?
And to add to that, not only can we not escape these things, but when we get to the kingdom and look back, that then you'll see, hey man, that was worth. This is worth what we went through.
Yep.
You know, you appreciate when you get something good or come out of a bad situation or trouble or hurt or pain. You appreciate more what you got when you look back and see what you had to go through to get it.
That's right.
Because if it was just given out, you'd be like, all right, whatever.
Well, look at Adam.
You know, right. You'd abuse it.
Right. The sons of God started using the world and abusing it, doing too much. But now we gonna know what to use it in its right, in its perfection, as the rulers of the world, man. But I got something to back you up, you know, the 2 Corinthians 1, and I'm gonna start at 17 straight to the point. It says, "For our light affliction, which is but for a moment." You can speak on it, right? Got it.
That's the spirit, bro.
So you want to speak on it?
You go ahead and finish. But I mean, I didn't have. I had 2 Corinthians 4 and 17.
No, that's what that is.
Oh, okay.
What I have said.
I think it said one.
Oh, okay, Salah. This 2 Corinthians 4 and 17. It says, "For our light affliction," but you got it, though. It says, "For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more and exceeding an eternal weight of glory. While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal."
Right. This is a light affliction, man. No matter what you go through. This brother may be going through something 10 times worse than me. But what he's going through is not a heavy affliction, even if it's way worse than mine. It's all light. No matter what your situation is, it's light. It might not be light to another brother, because another brother might look at you and go, damn, I don't know about that one, but then it ain't for me. My thing is my thing. But that's still light, you know? And that's one thing I when I talk to these younger brothers, I'm like, boy, let's say lucky, but you don't know how good you got it. Because you might be what? The youngest brother's what, 24? 24, he won't see 30, maybe 26 in this ragged ass kingdom. Hope you don't see 26 because we getting out of here. But imagine, like the Apostle Paul, 61, 62 years in this shit, bro. You know, brothers that we in our 50s, that long. You know, even though all those things, that time, that's still a short period of time, that's temporal. You know, you might have obtained all kinds of things in this kingdom. It's still going to be taken away. You ain't taking none of it with you. It's temporal. So what we strive for is forever. And that's what we talked about earlier. What we striving for, what we want, is something to get to grasp and lay hands on, something that's going to be forever. Rulership forever. Healthy bodies forever. No pain. No growing old. No dying. No sickness. Forever.
Right.
Never get bored like the brother. I like that. You don't get bored. You learning something new every day. Because at some point, you know, Jacob be like, well, damn, man, we're going to be here forever. At some point, you're going to get bored. No, you're not.
Man, we did this shit yesterday.
Yeah. I remember we did this, man, like 2 million years ago, man. We still doing this shit.
Hey, they're going to have reruns coming out, rerun movies and shit.
Ain't going to be none of that, man. But we working for an eternal weight of glory. Eternal weight. Forever weight. Never ending weight. That just it's like a circle. It ain't gonna never end. It's ongoing. That is worth fighting for, man. Think about the shit we fight for in this kingdom. You work hard on your job, man. They see me busting my ass. I get this raise. Oh, I got the raise, you know. But you don't want to do nothing for this gospel. You know, you lift all them weights because you want to make a team. Or dribble, learn, hey man, shit, I'm the coldest with the rock. So I'm the point guard. But you had to put in work to get all of that. You had to put in work, bro, to chase down that scandalous ass woman. That woman that ain't no telling how many men she'd have been with to make her what you think is yours. Yeah, many men. You know, you put in work for all that shit. Jacob got worse, man, so bad that Jacob put in the most work for the biggest amount of folly. That's why it says folly is setting great dignity in this kingdom, man. Because the stupider the shit that you do, the more praise you get. You don't believe me? Go watch TikTok. It's asinine, man. And you don't want to get out of this shit? Bro, if you contrite with being in this, you got mental issues, man, as well as spiritual issues. Because we hate this shit. We hate this kingdom and we hate the ruler that our oppressor that has his thumb on our neck, his foot on our neck, man. You know? And we can't wait to get out of here. It ain't all just about so we can get out of here and get your ass back. So that's the big part. Don't get it twisted. We're looking forward to that. But we're looking forward to rulership. We're looking forward to an eternal weight of glory, man. Heavenly bliss all day, every day, forever. Top that. You got it out.
You got one.
Mark 13:20. And except that the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, has shortened those days, no flesh shall be saved, but for the elect's sake, whom he hath chosen, he hath shortened the days. And just pretty much what we're going into. If the Lord don't shorten the days, for the elect's sake, you know, Lord willing, we'll up that number. You know, brothers on the other side also, brothers that's bringing it out across the winds. Esau Edom, he's going to destroy the whole damn earth. He's already messing up the air, the land, the water. So, I mean, people mentally are gone. So, Lord willing, it'll be soon. We can get out of here.
And with that, you know, we go end it right now. We're about to get ready for camp. But Lord willing, this was edifying. going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Chakwadash.
and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And peace and blessings as well to all you believers. Hey, shalom.